Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Hussain Bush Kolachi YouTube channel is with you, and today our topic is typhoid, and it was one of the big problem in Pakistan few years back, and the XTR typhoid or resistance typhoid hit the Hyderabad city, one of the important city and cultural hub of the Sindh province, and this was considered one of the world's very worst typhoid resistant bacteria, and ultimately the medical faculty, WHO, and National Institute of Health, they were investigating that why this typhoid XTR resistant bug has hit the Hyderabad, and the largest number of the cases in the world were reported, and there was media news as well as the national newspapers as well as the social media was considering this one of the worst situation. So this video is also I am making from the Hyderabad, and where I observed this uh, problem or outbreak and discussed with the health department, and ultimately we collected the data, and that data showed that the 22 years age was affected, one of the major cases in our Isra University Hospital, and we presented this data in many other conferences, and still the data is unpublished. But and ultimately, a new vaccine, PCV vaccine, typhoid conjugate vaccine, was developed, and the children and the adult population was given vaccination, and Aga Khan University, Government of Sindh, UNICEF, and even I participated to bring that vaccine to the Isra University, and fourth year students were given this vaccine, and no side effects or AEFI adverse effect following immunization were observed, and almost 150 students, and this data was also present. This was the first time that a university students volunteered for a new vaccine called TCV vaccine. So let us start with our formal presentation, and I am sharing this presentation with this introduction, and you will see that the typhoid fever epidemiology, history, and the future control, how we can understand this uh, big problem through a lecture. So this is second slide, and you can see that typhoid is mostly over 14 million cases worldwide annually, with approximately 136 deaths. 136 means 136,000 are reported or projected in 2025. Highest burden concentrated in South Asia, where Pakistan is here, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Incidence has declined by 62% globally since 92, yet the emergence of drug resistance strain pose a serious challenge to sustain the progress. This was basically a challenge in the Hyderabad. This shows that how this problem is affecting our population and our part of the world. Next is symptoms, diagnosis, and incubation period. So you can find that the incubation period, which is normally asked a big question, 8 to 14 days, and after ingesting contaminated food or water. So you can see that epidemiology or etiology is very simple: contaminated food with the bacteria, and which is basically a orofecal bacteria. with which ranges to 3 to 60 days, depending on the dose or depending on the symptoms are prolonged high fever, which is never reducing or ending. It is a continuous fever, never touches the bottom line or normal level, abdominal pain, malaise, dry cough, and sometimes rose-colored rashes, particularly on the chest, are common indicator. Diagnosis, blood culture, gold standard, but PCR is nowadays important report which is done for that purpose, and some other ELISA and other tests are there. The typhi dot is not considered as an effective test. This is the story of typhoid Mary, the first known asymptomatic carrier, and this is started in 1900, and she was in New York, and ultimately she was quarantined and put behind the bars or in isolation, and ultimately she died, and it was proved that she has given typhoid, though she was not suffering. She was from the Ireland, migrated to America, and particularly in New York, worked as a cook, and ultimately the new science or new discovery or new understanding of the typhoid fever that even a carrier, and so far 400 carriers have been documented in the literature, and ultimately the the sanitation as well as the history of typhoid was understood. Then coming to this prevention and public health awareness, two things: sanitation and safe water, fecal oral transmission, hygiene education, and sanitation infrastructure, as well as community engagement, where this is important. If the community continuous knowledge is not there, community participation is not there, even the universal health coverage, as well as the primary health care and Alma-Ata declaration, Astana declaration, both are emphasizing on the community participation and early detection, prevention, and all the five levels of the prevention should be applied, including the promotion and research. Then coming to this is a story of typhoid Mary, I have already discussed. And coming to the prevention and public health awareness, we have this slide, and then coming to the Hyderabad Sindh exposure, and you can see that the XTR Salmonella typhoid was reported in 2016 in Hyderabad, and this is 2000. So 10 years back, this Hyderabad city picture shows, and particularly the Vadua and Kasimabad area, and one of the flat where from a person traveled from Africa, because we have a Shidi community in Hyderabad, or we call it the uh, people from the African origin, they are also living in Hyderabad, Mathli. So that guest actually brought this XTR typhoid bacteria, and ultimately it reached to the wider neighborhood and to the Hyderabad city. But luckily, the vaccine was developed soon, effective vaccine called TCV vaccine. We will discuss this more. Uh, then coming to the way forward, integrated strategy for typhoid vaccination and wash means water and sanitation and hygiene, particularly hand hygiene and the body hygiene is important. safe water, sanitation, and hygiene. Then coming to the surveillance, case detection, and data driven policies. So these are the three forward you can see that how you can reach and you can control the typhoid fever. So this might be the last slide. AI research, and I have requested to my fourth year MBBS, third year MBBS because they have a research methodology and research part of the curriculum, and they have to submit a research proposal project and ultimately write a uh, article so that the people can understand. So they must consider typhoid as one of the important public health and AI search. And even this presentation I have made from AI tool Gamma. So you can understand that how the literature is showing the Hyderabad city in 2016, which I have forgotten, but the AI literature can retrieve it. And with this, I think the TCV vaccine or typhoid conjugate vaccine developed in India is now approved by the WHO and regulatory bodies and even the Gavi, and it has been part of the EPI program, particularly in Sindh and in Hyderabad. Trial was done, and I was part of that activity as a professor of community medicine. It was my own interest, and we collected the cases. Azithromycin is still the uh, typhoid drug for the treatment, and it should not be used to treat the other common infection because this can contain and this can treat and cure. So vaccine, azithromycin are the lifeline, and sanitation, safe water, and a clean Hyderabad, and the students, communities, universities, colleges of the Sindh and Pakistan should understand the entire epidemiology and the surveillance system should be in place for typhoid. And once again, I thank you. But let us see the conclusion ending typhoid's toll through innovation and action. So, preventable disease it is. The XDR backup call should be as early as possible, and AI for the future generation of the new methodologies, strategies, vaccines, drugs can be used in that case. So with this, I am ending this. This is a part of the community medicine lecture series uh, on my YouTube channel. Hopefully, you will like it, and you have been given the Malin Mary or typhoid Mary story as well as the TCV vaccine diagnosis, prevention, importance of water and sanitation, and how this problem is affecting the life of the people because sanitation and proper knowledge as well as the clean water and clean food, clean hand washing and drainage system can stop the typhoid from becoming the XTR typhoid as well as a drug sensitive typhoid. With this, Dr. Hussain Bashkolachi is thanking you. Please like it, share it. Some of the viewers are from India. I welcome them because Pakistan and India has same situation, particularly in the diseases. Today I was called by a television channel, Mehran TV in Hyderabad, and we discussed the Nipah virus. I have already made a video on this. Please like Nipah virus video as well as the videos which are of the public health, including this typhoid. Thank you very much and drop comment and push the like button and share it with your students, colleagues, postgraduates of MBBS NPH, PhD, FCPS, MCPS, or even MD community medicine. So, with this, we are ending this meeting, and I hope you will like it and share it with your colleagues. Thank you very much.